Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Welcome to Pepin Stadium on the grounds of the University of Tampa. I'm Connor Moore alongside Ian Gamiri, the legend, Limpal. Ian, we have a phenomenal matchup right now. Tampa against Thomas. What do you like here?
Connor, this is obviously going to be a great game here. Thomas of Georgia coming to visit against our very own University of Tampa, who've got a phenomenal home record here. Like, they haven't lost many times here over the past few seasons, and today we should be in for a cracker of a game.
So we're about 5 minutes away from action. And Ian, I gotta say, the Spartans are on the verge of their first win of the season. Not to be biased by any means, but I feel like this is one of those games. The Spartans are heavily favored, so if they play their A game, they should win.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Thomas from Georgia, at the same time, fully capable of delivering the upset. We've seen it before, no question about it. But the team under head coach Adrian Bush has been pretty sound, especially on defense. Elaborate, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the two central defenders of Adrian Constantine and Ramsey Toure, I think they're the two players that hold that defense together. Like, they don't allow many mistakes to happen. They control that back line comfortably. They're comfortable with each other. They have good chemistry with each other. And they both like to play out from the back. And they're both tall, physical, strong in the air. So it's going to be tough for any attack to score against them. And I think that's what holds the key for Tampa today.
And I mean, you're a European, you know how it is. Let's discuss some of the freshman phenoms, in particular for the Spartans. Julius Becker, the German, he has been nothing short of spectacular for Tampa. What about him impresses you?
Well, the way he dictates the game, the way he moves the ball forward, the way he turns defense into attack, that's what I like about him. I think that was a really good signing by Adrian Bush, a good recruit, and I think it's gonna prove really good in today's game, hopefully, for the Spartans. And I think he'll be one of the key players that the Spartans will try to get on the ball most of the time.
And we're both students here. It's amazing the vibe on campus we are sensing in terms of the fall sports, in particular volleyball.
Yeah, absolutely. The Spartan ladies, they're on fire at the moment. Like, you don't see them lose often. They've got a good home record. They're always in control of their games. They're always out there fighting to win. The Spartan spirit, that's what I like to see in all of our Tampa athletics.
And you hit it spot on. Coach Katanak and the volleyball team. It's Coach Katanak's 35th season with the University of Tampa Spartans, and it's just another one of those teams you see again and again dominating, and it's amazing. They're 10-1 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. 35 years at the helm of UT volleyball. I think like that is a long time. It's gonna the players have a good feel of what it's like to play under that boss, and like they know how things want to be done. The boss knows what to expect from the players, and like you have the new, as the old ones phase out, they bring in the new guns, like try to get the best out of them, and I think it's a really good strategy. And like being there for 35 years shows how good the coach is.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Ian, so much. Appreciate you here on the pregame for Thomas against Tampa. Should be a great game.
Yeah, absolutely, Connor. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Dave.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Pepin Stadium, home of your University of Tampa Spartans. Tonight, the Spartans welcome Thomas University.
We're good on the audio. Yep. Ian, here's the. How do you pronounce your name? Ian. I got it right. Yeah, audio is good to go. All right. I'll put us on whenever we want to go. So. Well, I think last time we waited for the. Let me just either. I mean, I got the lineup, but let me just kind of. Absolutely, yeah. No rush. So, we were down talking to Bush. 25 is injured. 22 is injured. Two of his defenders. Ward. 20's dealing with the flu. Yeah. I'm talking about Tampa. Oh, Tampa, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, these are guys who are regulars for him. Solicat, yeah. Solicat has the flu, so he may or may not come in. Too. Roslin's out. Schultz Geistavell is out. Wow. All right, so they're a little depleted, but yeah, they're deep, so. For sure. Wow, okay. I have a little bit of a scouting report on Thomas I'll allude to in a bit. Okay. Yeah. I know that George are a pretty good program. Well, the note said they've been NAIA, so I looked it up, and it's like a small school like division or a small school like championship conference, I guess. Very small. But you're right, it's nothing like a regional or anything like that. I mean, the Spartans really need their first win of the season. Bush said he was happy that they're battle tested. He liked their offense last weekend. For sure, they made 63 shots in the 2 games. Yeah. They played really good teams thus far. Game management was a problem, though. Like, up 1 late,
losses, and 1 tie. Starting in goal, number 0, Lee Howard. On defense, number 4, Logan Moriarty. On defense, number 6, Martin Griswold. Midfield, number 7, Jack Chambers. Midfield, number 10, Gavin Rochford Smith. Midfield, number 11, Renee Rivera. Midfield, number 13, Aaron Wimberly. Forward, number 14, Sam Eyes. Midfield, number 20, Kavan Daly. Midfield, number 22, Mateo Abelias. Defense, number 28, Nicola Manella. The Nighthawks are coached by Ricky Zambrano. He is assisted by Cody Crippen, Jorge Herranz, Billy Jeffrey, and Jonathan Lopez. And now the starters for your University of Tampa Spartans. The Spartans enter tonight's game with a record of 1 win, 3 losses, and 1 tie. 1 win, 0 wins, 1 loss, and 3 ties.
Test, test, test. Why don't we start the intro? We'll come on.
Just remember, we have that fire intro or whatever. I'm good. Are you good?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ramsey Torre. On defense, number 3, Luke Sterling, Hoback. At forward, number 7, Julius Becker. At forward, number 8, Till Newman. At midfield, number 9, Rancho Fernandez.
Are we on? I turn this down.
Yeah, I think we're ready to go.
Well, he wants us to play that intro at the beginning, but it wasn't working on there. I can't really see past that pop-up. Can you go to this and hit that? I mean, I can't really see. It's supposed to be running there, but we can't get rid of this, can we? Well, now we're in the anthem. But
Tonight from Pepin Stadium on the campus of the University of Tampa, it's the UT men's soccer team taking on Thomas University. This is going to be the last non-conference matchup for the Spartans before conference play begins in their next game. Hi again, everybody. Dave Mishkin along with Connor Moore coming to you from Pepin Stadium. Spartans in their white jerseys. Jake Richards heading down to defend the goal to our right. Thomas University in the green uniforms with white numbers. Here are the starters for both teams. Jake Richards, the goalkeeper for UT. Mike Scheschel, Ezric Nichols, Knut Soren Hove, and Ramsey Torre are the defenders. Jan Walker will be in the midfield, along with Julius Becker, Tony Soler, and Roger Smith. Up front, Juancho Fernandez and Till Newman. For the Nighthawks of Thomas University, we got Lee Howarth the goalkeeper, Logan Moriarty, Martin Griswa, Jack Chambers, Gavin Rochford-Smith, Rene Rivera, Aaron Wimberly, Sam Eyes, Kevin Daly, Mateo Arbelayes, and Nicola Manelli are the starting 11 for Thomas. And Connor, the Spartans looking for their first positive result in the win, but they've had some very close games so far.
Yeah, the Spartans very well disciplined, Dave, doing a phenomenal job. I expect a lot of them tonight. Taking a look at the Nighthawks, team that's been on a relative roll. They beat Dalton State from Georgia 4-2 on the 7th of September, and then 2 days later on the 9th, they tied Faulkner from Alabama. So a team, after losing 2 games, they're on a little win streak. We're ready to play.
We are underway. Tony Solaire of the Spartans goes over the top toward the offensive third. It's back at midfield. Aaron Wimberly plays the ball across the midfield stripe. Arbelayes puts it in on Richards. Some injuries the Spartans are dealing with, Connor. A couple of guys in the back normally there. Schultz Geistevel and Roslin both out.
Yeah, Roslin, we were talking about him in the pregame with Ian over here. A sudden replacement, unfortunately, for the Spartans. So it's the mentality, who's going to step up in a big fashion at this point for the Spartans? They're a deep team, so a lot of faces we could see emerge right here.
Speaking of injuries, coming back from injuries just in the last week or so, Mike Sheshel, who has the ball right now, dealt with an injury last season. Lead Ezric Nichols. It's back for Sheshel. Goes across to Ramsey Toure. A ball to Roger Smith. Nicely done. Smith bumps it back for Jan Walker. Good possession here for the Spartans early. Solaire over the top. Roger Smith.
Yeah,
it.
Give the ball to Roger Smith in space. He can create opportunities. A clear here by the Nighthawks.
Wimberly looks to put it forward for Thomas. The ball ends up rolling in on Richards.
The sweeper keeper, Jake Richards, emerging over here, coming out of the box.
He made a nice pass right there to Julius Becker. Spartans have more possession time. Jan Walker for Juancho Fernandez. Marked closely by Rene Rivera, gets away. Fernandez trying to find space into the penalty area. Driving toward the goal line, dispossessed. Following up for the Spartans was Nichols, and that created some problems for Thomas, and we'll have a throw-in for UT.
Yeah, Wimberly that time, number 13, the senior from Mayo, Florida, just trying to clear that. The Spartans were on the attack, the prowl. It looks dangerous right there for the Spartans. Here we go with the throw-in.
Nichols, a freshman, into the area. Ooh, nearly had Till Newman open. It got blocked away. Sam Eyes will leave it. And it's back in on the keeper, Lee Howarth.
Lee Howarth, senior. He's an English John Collette School alma mater over there in the net for the Nighthawks.
Bit of an errant ball there. Solaire got bumped, and that's a foul on Arbelayes. Free kick upcoming for UT.
Injured Spartan on the play, hoping to be okay. The ref will attend to him.
He was backing up, looking to head that ball off the play by Howarth, and he got clipped from behind by Arbelayes.
Yeah, presumably just the wind knocked out of him. About a 5 to 10 second. Ooh, now he'll get ready to take the free kick here for the Spartans on the attack. They got a line up for the cross on the way.
Solaire into the box and right back out on the header from Logan Moriarty. Here's Wimberly.
We saw Ramsey Toure down there. He's the height advantage for the Spartans.
Gavin Rochford-Smith, he leads their team in goals and points. Nice little pass for Chambers. Put it toward the middle. That's blocked by Toure, and Knut Soren Hove puts it out. Throwing upcoming. Chambers. Rivera. Toward the goal. Dishes for Kevin Daly. Again, Jack Chambers. Rene Rivera. The cross goes through the penalty box. Tracking it as Arbaraya on the far side. Keeps moving Wimberly. Now some possession time for Thomas, but they're going backwards. Martin Griswa gives to Moriarty. Now Chambers. Good step up there, Walker. Steals, Roger Smith.
Roger Smith, open field, here we go.
Puts on the Jets. He's watched closely by Moriarty, who defended him well. Pass for Walker. Now Soler. Ooh, a through ball attempted, nearly slipped between a couple of defenders, and he would have had Smith in the clear, and instead it goes out of play. That was a diving stop by Moriarty.
Yeah, we'll take the throw in, trying to thread the needle there. Give Roger Smith a look from the left side.
Kevin Daly heads the ball back to midfield for Thomas. Here's Nichols. Ball comes to Becker. Tripped up and clean play, says the official.
They're letting him play out there, getting a bit chippy.
Nichols tracks that ball and maneuvers it back to the keeper. Richards keeps it moving. Ramsey Toure. No score. We've played 5.5 minutes. Here's Jan Walker. Soler. Back for Walker. A little bit of an errant ball right there. Tough touch. Rivera will counter. Rene Rivera cuts toward the middle. Soren Hove defends. Gets help from Toure, who chips it back to Knut Soren Hove.
Premier exterior defense by the Spartans, putting up a wall. 3 defenders emerging that time. Nothing going for the Nighthawks, and here comes Roger Smith.
On the through ball from Newman, Smith makes his way into the penalty area. Puts it in front. Juancho Fernandez could not pull the trigger. And Aaron Wimberly will escape toward midfield. Tripped up just a bit by Soler. That's a foul. Well, I called one game earlier this season, Connor, and that was the first game of the year against West Florida, and it was not particularly clean for either side. That was a game that ended 0-0. You can see both teams have found their rhythm, although it's early in the season. Both teams passing the ball pretty well.
Especially, we're about 7 minutes now into the game, and both teams are getting a feel for the official. They're letting them play out there. Nothing is going to go easy. No flops will be emerged. It's going to be hard-nosed soccer, and now keep your head on a swivel and play elite defense. That's what we have on deck.
Logan Moriarty goes back to the keeper, Lee Howarth, senior from England. Now it's Wimberly. Errant ball over the top. Ezric Nichols lets it go out, and Spartans earn the throw-in. Nichols from Tampa, freshman. Played at Berkeley Prep, high school soccer. Still no score as we approach 8 minutes gone in the first half. Out toward midfield, it's Becker. Stripped by Wimberly.
So far, the Nighthawks have had nothing on the interior of the Spartan defense. On the other side of things, the Spartans a few times have had quality looks and credit Thomas with elite defense.
Moriarty. Up the sideline, Chambers. Tackle from Soren Hove. And Toure bumps it back to the keeper, Richards. Some light pressure from Gavin Rochford-Smith. Richards puts that ball high in the air and out of play. He's trying to find Becker, but missed.
Here we go.
Midfield Wimberly. Sorry, Connor.
Sorry, Dave. I'm looking for the Spartans in transition in particular. This is where you win ball games in between, quote-unquote, in the NFL, the 20s of the yard line. Once again, the red zone teams are often able to convert, but inside this, the trench area, so to speak, this is where you need to win these loose balls and not commit silly penalties.
Till Newman, a little one-touch for Walker. His pass blocked as Griswold got in the way. Rene Rivera, a transfer from Florida Southern, which plays in the Sunshine State Conference. Now a member of Thomas University. Throw in here for Chambers. That was kind of a nonchalant throw-in, and it forced Griswold to just knock it out of play.
Lackadaisical right there. What are they doing? Now Roger Smith, he's dangerous. Here we go.
Give and go with Newman. Oh, almost in the clear, but getting a foot on it was Chambers to put it over the goal line, which means we'll get a corner kick for the Spartans. Our first corner kick so far tonight, as we have hit 10 minutes played in the first half. No score.
Yeah, Dave, we're 10 minutes in. Coach Bush, very pleased. We're getting a corner kick out of this. They were about to come on the other side over there with a throw-in, but they got confused, and now here come the Spartans.
Left-footed corner, kind of the top of the box, and it missed big Ramsey Toure. That ball in the direction of Rochford Smith. Good play by Soren Hove to get it away from the pressuring Nighthawk player. Here's Rivera following up. Ball on Richards. Well, they had Toure up in the penalty area right there, Connor, so when the ball got reversed, it was basically Rochford Smith against Soren Hove and Richards, and Soren Hove did the job.
Yeah, Dave, both teams playing high-level defense right now. This game is being played in between midfield, and neither team getting a breakaway. We see the corner by the Spartans on that last play. That was the only corner of the entire game, and we're well over 12 minutes into this game, so neither team able to break away.
Griswold, Daly, and now Logan Moriarty. Chips it out to Sam Eyes. He could do nothing with it. And Walker got dispossessed. Here's Rochford Smith rolling to Rivera. Into the area, cut off. Soren Hove takes it away. Short pass to Toure. Ramsey Toure feeds Soler. Nearly 12 minutes played and a scoreless first half. Here's Till Newman chipping a ball forward, barreling after it is Juancho Fernandez. Nearly won it from Moriarty. Moriarty stayed with it, and the offside flag is up anyway.
Yeah, you mentioned Dave Juancho Fernandez. He enters leading the team with 4 points on the season. This player is a gamer. He gets it done in a multitude of ways again and again. It's just another one of those nights for Juancho Fernandez.
Griswold, tough ball there for Wimberley. It'll lead to a steal for Toure. And then his pass is read and taken right back by Manelli. Nicola Manelli, an errant feed. Well, I kind of jinxed it. I said both teams were passing well. That was not exactly a splendid display by either side.
Yeah, it's almost contagious right now. Both teams giving into each other. Who will break away first and get that first goal? We will see.
Roger Smith spins one forward. Retrieving is Griswold. He puts it into the keeper. Lee Howarth. High ball to midfield. Rivera. 50-50 ball. Soren Hove wins it. Fernandez bangs it forward toward Roger Smith, but well defended by Moriarty.
Tony Soler with the bicycle kick. Okay, we came to play today.
Good step up by Ezric Nichols, intercepting that ball. Julius Becker back for Nichols. Jan Walker playing keep away. Nichols again. Didn't have really a path forward. He goes back to the keeper, Richards. Here's Soler. 13 minutes and change gone. Long ball, Roger Smith.
Here we go.
Feeds onto it. Trying to keep that ball in play, he will. Now 1v1. Smith with the left foot. Blocking at Chambers, another corner kick for UT.
Spartans setting the tone at the moment. 14 minutes about. Yes, we are. Into the game. And the Spartans have another corner kick here. It's the second of of the game for them. And if you were a Thomas fan, they've had none.
Well, you only got, in addition to Soler, 2 players other than Richards not in the penalty area. Here's the corner kick. And it's sailed over the head of Scheschel. Becker tracks it, though, keeps it alive, puts it back into the penalty box, and it's short hopped by Howarth. So a couple of corner kicks attempted by UT, not yielding any result. That's an offside on Rochford Smith.
Yeah, Dave, we talked about Howarth, the senior keeper from England, John Collette High School. He's a fine player, not afraid to take action and set his tone over there in the interior of the box. We saw that on display.
He got the first 2 starts of the year for Thomas and lost both, and then they came back with Ben Barnes in their second weekend of play, and like you mentioned, Connor, they had a win and a tie in those 2 games, so now Howarth gets the start in their 5th game. Ooh, a little bit of a tug on Becker, gets away, but the late whistle, and it will be a foul, and a fairly dangerous set piece here.
Spartans
they may get a yellow card as well.
Spartans being resilient right now. Play to the tempo, adjust, adapt, do what is necessary over here. Get the job done. Here we go.
So this is from the side. Let's see where they place the ball down. Maybe about 35 yards to 30 yards out.
To Thomas University, number 6, Martin Griswold.
So Griswold gets the yellow. Becker had gotten past him. He had to grab the jersey to prevent a lane to the net.
Free kick opportunity. Can they capitalize?
Here's Soler. Chips it into the box. Again, a little too much air on that. Well, he's had some open targets on both the corner kicks and that one. Trying to finesse that thing in, but just a little too high.
They're trying to float that in there to Ramsey Torre, who is a high target, almost got that one. If he was able to get that one, that would have been deadly. So here we go with the Nighthawk emergence.
Wimberley, a pass stolen by Till Newman. He pursues it, but Howarth hustles over. Good anticipation from Newman. Logan Moriarty.
We got a little bit of time here. Let's take a look at how the Spartans did in Morrow, Georgia. First, last Thursday they played North Georgia. It was a 4-4 tie, Dave. The goals for the Spartans were courtesy of Till Newman, Juancho Fernandez, Amgad Salah, and Marcel Salakat. So 4 goals from 4 different players. That's something that is impressive and encouraging for the Spartans.
Dangerous ball from Rivera went through the 6-yard box and skipped through the other side, fortunately. Yeah, I mean, Coach Bush was saying he's really happy with the team's offensive, not only production, but the way they played in terms of possession and shots on goal. They ended up surrendering leads, though, in both those games, coming away with a tie in both. Well, you like to see 4 goals for your side, that's for sure.
Indeed, and when you're playing high-level competition, once you get into Sunshine State Conference play, is a different level. Not to say it's any different than out-of-conference games, but it certainly gives you a certain taste locally. Arch rivals, you know that has an extreme factor as Ramsey Torrey clears this one over here. But, Dave, it's definitely something, if you're in the Tampa community, you're excited about.
Good support from Torrey after Knut Soren Hove was not able to stop Rivera on that run. Throwing for Chambers. Right to Rivera. Tripped up. No foul. Soler. Roger Smith. Tony Soler. Jan Walker. Fernandez. Walker. Now Julius Becker. Stutter steps into the area, kind of lock cleats with Chambers. And they say play on.
Displeasure there, but here come the Spartans, still have possession.
That looked like it was incidental contact, frankly. Neither player had true possession of the ball when they went down. Roger Smith. So So he's drifted from the left side to the right side, switching spots with Becker right now. See if that yields some positive results for the Spartans.
Yeah, Coach Bush has a habit of going to be interchangeable, flexible players. They can play many different positions. Here we go with the
Becker
Spartans.
to Fernandez. Back for Becker. Open. Puts it in front, blocked. And Chambers will collect it. That was a beautiful give and go between Juancho Fernandez and Julius Becker.
Yeah, draw dropping opportunity there for the Spartans. Right idea, cannot convert.
Shechel. Jan Walker. Newman. Soren Hove. Becker. It's been pretty dynamic on this left side since he made the switch. Here's Juancho Fernandez. Manelli, a pass stolen by Tony Solins. Becker. Pulls up. Soler to the penalty area. Tracking the ball was Ezric Nichols. Rolls it for Toure. Now Knut Sorenhove. Roger Smith back in the left side of the field.
That's what they did, and we're now about 22 minutes into the game, so the Spartans are starting to be creative on the offensive end.
Lee Howarth deliberately.
On the season, it's been a pretty good one right now for the sakes of the Nighthawks, Dave. They're a team that plays in a very elite conference.
He's had some fantastic seasons over the years. Last year was Moriarty. Well, Soren Hove and Rochford Smith got tangled up. Tough ball right there for Manelli. Following up is Daly, Kevin Daly. Ball over the top, too far. And it's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, this Spartans front line defense, they are sound tonight, not letting anything go behind them from the Nighthawks attack. Jake Richards with the goal kick.
Yeah, Rochford Smith, 2 goals on the year, leading Thomas, and he's been pretty quiet so far. Till Newman missed on a pass for Roger Smith. There are 2 Smiths, Roger for UT and Gavin Rochford Smith for Thomas.
And Dave, you mentioned Till Newman. He has the only official shot of the game right now for either team, so credit that to high-level defensive intensity right now. But we're starting to see both teams becoming more loose, more aggressive, showing their game plan.
Oh, Rivera in the clear here. Tried to pass for Rochford Smith, and Toure was able to get a piece. And we mentioned Foster in for Roger Smith. Here's Foster. Till Newman. Back for Foster. Down that left flank. Foster goes back post for Salakat, never reached him. Instead, it's our keep away from Foster, who comes in with those fresh legs. It's back to Howard, the keeper.
Here we go with the Spartans applying pressure. Right now, Thomas is lost in the forest, so let's see what they can do.
Shechel was not happy with how that play unfolded. We get the corner kick remaining in the first half. A lot of activity kind of high in the box, and now players drift free have just been airmailed over everyone. Trying to find that sweet spot where you can get it through for a scoring chance. Takedown of Foster by Chambers.
Yeah, well, a free exterior that time. Right idea.
17 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in a scoreless first half.
kick. Here we go. Let's use that height to our advantage. We see the dangerous Ramsey Toure entering the box. This guy is a likely header candidate right here for the Spartans' first goal.
And with Salakat entering the game as well, 6'3", is a big target for Solaire. He's standing, Salakat is, up by the top of the box. He's actually open for a pass, but the ball's a high one to the back post. And I think that went out off Wimberly. Torrey was there too, but the official says no, went off of Torrey.
Yeah, went backside that time with Torrey. Right idea. That was certainly unexpected in terms of the perspective of the Night Hawks, not anticipating that. But we'll have a goal kick at the moment, just north of 16 minutes left of the first half.
High ball past midfield. Played forward by Chambers, and Walker is just forced to dish it out of play. Did not want to yield the corner there, so it's a throw-in, but deep on the Tampa side of the field.
Throw-in for Jack Chambers. Spartans have not allowed a shot yet.
Kevin Daly back for Chambers. Pass blocked by Walker. Well done. Chips a ball. I'm not sure who that was intended for. Fernandez kind of looked back as if to say, was that to me? And got stolen by Moriarty. He's in a traffic jam here, right at the midfield stripe, pressured by Solaire, and Foster emerges with it.
Yeah,
Foster.
Fancy footwork on display. Here we go, Tampa.
Salakat. Through ball, Fernandez. He's in the clear. Save made by Howarth. Flag, I believe, was up.
Be on the lookout for our marketing staff as they walk around the stands.
Those are one you'll cringe at a little bit, Dave, because there was an opportunistic chance for the Spartans. Just could not convert. Give credit to Howard, the sweeper keeper, with the save.
Yeah, I think they did call that offside, though. So it would not have counted had it gone in. Nonetheless, as you mentioned, an excellent effort by Howard to get his foot on the shot. Poor ball there from Howarth. Salakat takes it away. Walker dishes for Ezric Nichols. Salakat has been battling the flu lately. Normally likely would be a starter. Came off the bench today. That's a foul on Wimberly.
Can the Spartans capitalize?
Solaire to Walker, back to Tony Solaire. Nice pass. Foster stays with it. Has Salakat opened down the right flank, the pass blocked. Following up, Walker in midfield. He's had a strong game today. Disrupted a lot of attempts from Thomas. Walker, Salakat. And that was a mix-up. Nichols was upfield. The pass went behind him. 13 minutes and 13 seconds left in a scoreless first half, but the advantage of play definitely on the side of the Spartans. Nothing to show for it, though.
Yeah, here we go. Can the Spartans defense create havoc? Here we go already with an interception.
That was Newman to Foster. Foster. Logan up. Strong play right there from Logan Moriarty.
At this moment, neither team able to sustain possessions. They get a hold of the ball and they quickly turn it over.
Fernandez to Walker. Now Foster. Ships it toward the area. Fernandez didn't have a reach him. A step up from Griswa. Aaron Wimberly. Gets help from Nicola Minelli. Here's Howarth. Moriarty. Long ball going to spring. Rochford Smith got tied up by Torrey. Rochford Smith slow to get up. as Torrey keeps the ball moving.
Currently on his side. We will keep you updated on the status. With his head down, the official will attend to him once the ball is dead.
Yeah, see if the Spartans, they blow it dead. Many times you'll see that in this case the Spartans would kick the ball out to give Rochford Smith an opportunity to recover. They weren't doing that, so the official blew it dead. Clock is going to stop with 11:38 left.
And Dave,
scoreless first half.
Dave, looking at the benches right now, the Spartans certainly have the depth advantage, as right now the Nighthawks will go to their sideline. A thin bench for Thomas is some of the Spartans, if they can get an advantage to that, be something to look out for.
Thomas only brought 20 players, and that includes the backup keeper. So, if I remember my math skills, that would be 12 players, including the backup keeper. So they only have 8 available substitutions on the bench, which should be enough, but he's their leading goal scorer. Certainly they don't want to see him laying on the field.
For sure, and this is a game the Spartans here at Pepin Stadium, we've been talking about all season long. They defend their home field with confidence. They do the job. So this is
your pizza loaded with cheese, then we got a crust for you. Pizza Hut's ultimate cheesy crust pizza. 16 cheesy pockets overflowing with a 5-cheese blend of melted cheeses. Only from Pizza Hut and only for a limited time. No one out.
Of course, losing some high caliber players since then, but this is a young team with a few experienced players that can give them the boost to propel them to championship level.
Rochford Smith is up. That's great news. Hopefully he'll be able to continue.
Yeah, Spartans on the field first here. They're ready to play. And now the Nighthawks will join them.
Coach Bush mentioned 23 new players on his roster this year. Now, they aren't all freshmen. Some are transfers, like Till Newman, Tony Solaire.
Yeah, and head coach Bush has credibility, so he can have that flexibility in terms of getting an entirely new roster, and they're playing well. We're starting to see them emerge more as the season moves forward. 4 fouls on the Nighthawks, only 1 for the Spartans, so they're playing clean soccer.
All right, ready to resume. Richards. Sheshel. Looks like Rochford Smith is okay. He's trotting back toward midfield. Solaire. Watched by eyes. Ball over the top. Salakat. Tough touch off the head. Goal kick upcoming. We'll have a couple of substitutions here, one for each side. Looks like Juancho Fernandez is coming out. Joey Biza, freshman from Tampa, enters the game.
On the field, number 16, Joey Biza. He replaces number 9, Juancho Fernandez. Substitution for Thomas. On the field, number 8, J-Wow Victor Felix. Replaces number 22, Mateo Arbelayes.
Arbelayes out. Joao Victor Felix comes in. Sophomore out of Brazil. Mentioned Biza in the game for UT as we've nearly had 10 minutes left in the first half. No score.
Yeah, what makes up a good coach here with Adrian Bush? Let's mix up the rotations. Let's get something that's going to get us going. Few advantages on the transition balls we're seeing right now as we're just south of 10 minutes. Let's get going for the Spartans' new faces who will add that X factor.
Soren Hove does not have an option right now in the throw-in. Gets it to Newman. Tough ball back to Soren Hove. Keeps it alive. Walker to Newman. They'll just chip it back to Richards. Spartans want to get organized here. Some heavy pressure being applied by Thomas. Ball at midfield. Newman trying to set up Biza. Back for Newman, but the late foul on Joey Biza. Had that been let go, Spartans would have had numbers. But it was not let go.